This is Genesis Alpha 1. This is the bridge section of the ship.
Access granted.
I've up-armed it a little bit.
Welcome to the shipbuilding interface. Here you build and upgrade our ship. Modules can also be deconstructed if you're not satisfied with their layout, or if you have other reasons to destroy them. Also, I recommend using this interface for orientation on board by accessing...
So as we can see, every module you add on to the bridge and to the ship can be traversed by you. These little mounts are actually fungus, however, they are of the good type, which is pretty unusual to say. However, it's true. While standing on top of this specific type, you'll regenerate health. So if you see it, just don't get rid of it. It can save you. The other types you might not be so lucky with. Reactors, pretty important. They increase your energy capacity of the ship. Sentry bots. Hyperdrive increases the distance you can jump while still using the same amount of resources. It's the biodome. Opposite side of the ship from the other biodomes. Maintaining a good supply of your atmosphere is pretty important. This determines your max amount of crew and which types you can actually employ. All your other resources are also displayed on the top terminal as well, and which crew you have assigned. Assigning the higher types and promotions of crew will ensure that the work gets done faster. Alien research. I have an extra energy shield up, just in case power goes down to the room. The other biodome. More crew in here. All of these sets of rooms also have underpassages, so make sure to check those a good bit. You never know what goes on when you plant an alien species of flora or capture a different species of beast. This is where the research is done. Conducting research damages the alien. However, you can also disintegrate it at any time. Once the research is done, you'll get some progress on any of the specific abilities that the alien represents. All types cost some amount of radiation blue, which is a pretty high demand resource, so you want to keep that up and only research the most important things. I'd say healing is consistently the most important, at least for planet-side excursions. And this turbo lift, connecting from these biodomes, connects down to the central one. Just to clarify that. The elevators help to separate each portion of the ship, since hostiles can't actually go through them. Is the first biotank. This is a biodome filled with pretty conventional plants. Mostly for human crew. More defenses, pretty important, since this is the main level. And this is tractor beam. There's more crew here. And much more defenses, considering this will be a pretty frequent incursion point of hostiles into the ship. And that is on both levels. Which is why there's so many turrets, matrix of shields, and another sentry bot just for this room. Of course, you could just have the shields on the outer door, but that would leave the hostiles free reign to attack the crew, which wouldn't be too good. Armory.
Access granted.
Has another store for weapons. 2 robot charging ports. And your display. All weapons can be selected and researched here. Ammunition can be constructed at will from the resources that you have on hand and to a given capacity. The regular robots require pretty common materials. However, the combat robots will require the more rare ship resources. Turrets require gunpowder, which takes directly from the amount of bullets and shells that you can use. So keep that in mind. Batteries as well, from your energy cells. So balance your automated defenses with your active offense. Research side, clone labs. Pretty important for progression. The second one is much larger than the first. You don't actually need to. Each different species, once you've researched them, will have different properties, and most of them will have varying atmosphere requirements. Good to notice they don't actually have, like, food requirements, so that's interesting. The toughest ones will usually want some exotic type of atmosphere. KOH is what this guy requires, which is why I'm stacking that in the biodomes. Now the hangar, pretty usual. Lots of defenses, needs crew. Deposit, another set of defenses here. Just because when the cargo comes off the harvester, it goes directly in there. And both places can be, spawns for hostiles. Planet display here. You can
Harvester
select
destination.
any
Harvester
location
destination set.
and send down a group to go harvest from the planet. Some planets will have anomalies, some artifact on it, a site. That'll determine if you can actually get upgrades from the planet or just resources. Once you select launch, that sends the harvester down whether or not you're on it, which means the crew will go collect resources for themselves. However, that leaves a much higher chance of them bringing back some unwanted guests. Refinery, where resources from the deposit room are refined into usable ship materials. Yeah, there's still tons of this green stuff here. Some planets will also have any of the various varieties of fungus on them, in addition to some sorts of hostiles which were on the planet. If it's any type of fungus besides this one specifically, shoot it immediately. Because once that starts, it'll start growing and spreading throughout the ship. And this one has also done that, but it's healing me, so that's fine. You can see when I'm standing on it that my health bar down at the left is pulsing because I would be gaining health at this moment, which is, it's better than having shit growing in your ship. You can select a priority for resources to be refined, and after that it'll just go in the order that it was collected. I'd have a priority for some crew to be here, just so you can get that resources refined pretty fast. They also gain a pretty good supply of experience from being here. So once you've got them upgraded to commander rank, you can send them to a more combat heavy area, like tractor beam or the hangar. Ship assault, another hyperdrive. This is another high activity room. At least I like to keep it defended. Also, any prisoners that you rescue from ship assault missions will be contained in this room. And that's hyperdrive. Cantina, where some crew members from the level will go to, if they're unassigned, and they'll also regenerate health faster as long as this is here. Display can be hasted by having crew in the room, and this is where you'll select any ship or vessels in range to teleport to. So, we'll head off to the bridge, find a hostile zone. These are the different types of icons you can find. Merchants can trade for resources and ship item schemes from them. Shipwrecks, which are pretty destroyed and often highly infested ships and pirates. They're pretty well defended, and they move around the map. Sometimes they catch up to you, and then they'll try boarding your ship. You can board them if you have a ship assault module. Same thing with the shipwrecks.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive.
Job assigned.
Doesn't seem to be many resources on this ship. Does have an odd type of teleporting fungus though.
Life systems operational.
Alright. Beaming out. these guys do that while I head to the bridge. This process can be aliens, so I'll just check one of these.
Resource beaming complete.
Let's see what it has.
Resource acquired. Resources collected.
Warning.
Resource acquired.
Prepare for hyperdrive.
Means the defenses took whatever it was.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive. Welcome.
This module would be pretty useful. Medical research means I could halt most of those illnesses before they start by researching them. Yeah, never mind. Interesting. It's even more expensive though. Right.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive.
The other one. Well, there's still one other.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive.
If I had crew on the bridge, they'd be scanning continuously. But this means I can just choose which ones to do immediately. Gunpowder.
Harvester destination set. Harvester destination set. Harvester destination set.
Launch sequence activated. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Harvester destination set.
Launch sequence activated. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I'll send them to get that gunpowder, and then go down for the lithium myself for the next trip.
assigned. Resources acquired. Harvester activated.
Occasionally they drop biomass which can be used for cloning or just healing.
Resource complete.
Harvester's
Resource
back.
acquired. Resources Resource gaming complete. Resource acquired. Harvester destination set.
Launch sequence activated. Launch sequence activated. 7. Access granted. 5, 4, 3,
Resources collected.
2,
New materials
1,
have been refined.
0. Launch sequence activated.
Sites on the planet,
Accessing archives.
pretty much the most important thing.
20%. 40%.
You can recognize them because they're usually pretty large monuments or objects.
60%. 80%. All phases complete.
Weapon active.
Minigun.
Accessing archives. 20%. 40%. 60%. 80%. All phases complete.
New transmission arrived.
Access granted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
They usually swarm like that right after.
Resource acquired.
This is no good.
New materials have been refined. Resources collected. Resource acquired.
Didn't see this one on the planet.
New materials have been refined. Resources collected. Harvester destination set.
Ammunition capacity is good,
Processing.
Access
so we'll convert
granted.
some of that into turrets.
New materials have been refined. New materials have been refined.
Processing.
That was a good find.
New materials have been refined.
Processing.
Access granted.
New materials have been refined.
Access granted.
DPS checks out.
New materials have been refined.
Launch sequence activated. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Don't need a full set of
3,
uranium,
2, 1.
so
0.
pull it early.
Launch sequence.
Go
New
in.
material.
Accessing archives. 20%. 40%. 60%. 80%. All phases complete.
Morose, that one's usually a problem.
Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted.
Crew lost.
Backup. Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted.
Huh. Is this guy equipped with?
Hostile.
Probably shouldn't have given him a flag on a planet infested with lighter enemies.
Please evacuate immediately.
That's enough anyways.
Enemy spotted. Attack. Opening fire.
10, 9, launch sequence activated. 7,
Enemy spotted.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Gotta check the ammo on these. 600. What's up for this one? Alright, 500. Wait a minute. This is that one. Alright. Could be worse.
New materials have been refined. Cloning initiated. New materials have been refined. New crew member added.
We'll assign him to the hangar to replace the last guy.
New materials have been refined. Job assigned.
Access granted.
Minigun consumes too much ammunition. Isn't too efficient, but it should work on the crewman.
Access granted.
Shipwreck doesn't have any special sights on it. I think I'll skip this. So, that's that. The defenses are pretty good, so we didn't see too much combat on the ship. However, this thing did grow, so there's that.